In the quiet pages of ancient history, there are stories that most people pass by. They are small tales, tucked between grand battles, the reigns of famous kings. One such story comes from the Book of Judges. It is the tale of a man named Ehud. His story is strange and it is bold, but it holds a powerful truth. It shows how one small, overlooked detail, a man being left-handed, can change the destiny of an entire nation. This is not a story of a great army or a shining hero in armor. It is a story of quiet courage, a hidden blade, a moment that shifted the balance of power forever. We often think of history as loud, obvious events, but sometimes the most important changes begin in silence. They start with a single person, a secret plan, an act of incredible daring. Ehud's tale is a perfect example, a brief chapter that echoes with lessons about bravery and the unexpected nature of deliverance. For 18 long years, the land of Israel was not its own. The people had turned away from the ways of their God, and as the old texts tell it, this led to their downfall. A powerful and cruel king from Moab rose to power. His name was Eglon, and his rule was heavy. He joined forces with the Ammonites. He joined forces with the Amalekites. Together they conquered the land. They took the city of palms. They took Jericho. From there, they ruled with an iron fist. Hope withered under the shadow of this foreign king. The Bible describes him as a very fat man, a detail that suggests greed, feeding on the conquered land. He forced the Israelites to pay tribute. A heavy tax drained their resources. The fields and crops did not belong to them. Their labor filled the king's coffers. Children were born who had never known freedom. In despair, they cried out. No thunderous miracle came. The answer came in a man. A single, seemingly ordinary man from the tribe of Benjamin. Deliverance can be quiet. The man chosen to answer the people's cry was named Ehud. He was from the tribe of Benjamin, known for fierce warriors, yet Ehud is not described as imposing. The text gives one crucial detail. He was a left-handed man. In a right-handed world, that was more than a quirk, often a disadvantage. Most tools, weapons, training, designed for the right-handed majority. To be left-handed was to be different, an outsider. But here, the perceived weakness becomes his greatest strength. It is the central element around which his entire plan revolves. The Bible states, "The Lord raised them up a deliverer, Ehud the son of Jerah, a Benjamite, a man left-handed." He was raised up for a purpose, a mission of stealth, cunning, and immense personal risk. To defeat Eglon, he would use his mind, his courage, and the one thing no one suspected. He would walk into the heart of enemy power, face to face with the tyrant. A humble servant in appearance, actor, spy, assassin, all in one, turning a disadvantage into decisive advantage. Ehud's plan began not with an army but with a craftsman's skill. He made for himself a dagger. The Bible is specific, a short sword, 2 edges, about a cubit, roughly 18 inches. Not a grand weapon of war, a personal, concealable blade. Designed for a single, deadly purpose, small enough to be hidden, sharp and long enough to do its job. 2 edges meant lethal efficiency in close quarters. The ingenuity wasn't the blade, it was how he carried it, strapped to his right thigh. In that era, swords rode the left hip, drawn with the right hand. Guards searched the left side. By hiding it on the right, he put it where no one looked. A brilliant counterintuition, using enemy expectations against them. He joined the delegation delivering Israel's tribute to Eglon. Servitude in his hands, rebellion on his thigh. He must appear calm, humble, harmless. Any twitch meant exposure and execution. The moment of confrontation arrived. Ehud and his companions presented the tribute to King Eglon, seated in his cool summer parlor. After the tribute, Ehud sent his companions away and turned back.
I have a secret message for you, O king.
Intrigued and secure, Eglon commanded silence and dismissed his attendants. He wanted to hear it alone, a fateful decision of arrogance and curiosity. Now Ehud was alone with the oppressor of 18 years.
I have a message from God for you.
The words commanded full attention, perhaps even drew the king to his feet. In that instant, Ehud made his move. With his left hand, he reached to his right thigh. An unnatural motion no guard anticipated. A double-edged dagger pulled free. He plunged it into the king's belly. Even the hilt went in after the blade, and the fat closed over it. Eglon fell in that cool upper room. Brutal, visceral. The writer spares no detail. The attendants, hearing only silence, hesitated, assuming the king was relieving himself. Ehud slipped away through a porch or window. Escape as quiet as the strike. Having escaped the palace, Ehud did not stop to rest. He ran to the hill country of Ephraim. The first, most dangerous part was done, but the mission was far from over. He took a ram's horn and blew a long, powerful blast. The sound rolled across the hills, then into the valleys. Israel heard the trumpet. Villagers poured out, drawn by the urgent signal.
No longer a stealthy assassin, now a bold commander. Follow me. The Lord has delivered the Moabites into your hands.
Strategically, they seized the fords of the Jordan, the enemy's only escape. The occupiers became the besieged, an army without a king. The battle was decisive. About 10,000 Moabites fell. Not a man escaped. One coordinated campaign, ignited by one man's daring, made Israel free. The land had rest for 80 years, the longest peace in Judges. The story of Ehud is more than war and espionage. It shows how small, unseen forces shape history. Courage can be solitary and silent. Sometimes the fate of a nation balances on the edge of a small, hidden blade.